You've just spent hours meticulously creating your favorite meal. Everything is finished and plated, and you finally sit down to indulge.
You take a bite of toast and you die.
The first bite is heaven, and the second bite is just as good. But an instant after having the third bite on your fork, it happens. A sharp piece of food stabs you in the gums, hard, shooting pain immediately.
How do you bleed out from your
mouth?
You have
as
gingivitis.
the distinct metallic taste of blood seeps in.
Like,
you spit everything out. Now you're just angry and don't feel like eating anymore. But what if that sharp piece of food hadn't stopped at your gums? What if, instead, it made it into your throat, and by the time it cut you, it was already too far down in your esophagus?
How do you
and
chew that up and not...
option was to keep swallowing. October 2014, 75-year-old Vera Williams was enjoying her meal when she suddenly felt a sharp pain in her throat right after swallowing a bite of toast. No
Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, Isabel. 32.
Amount of pain
or
in
is
her
it Isabel?
esophagus.
Oh,
So,
Lebel.
she made her way
Sorry,
to the Glen
I'm
Creek
dyslexic.
Hospital emergency room.
Excuse me.
But the results of her visit were far
What's
from
up?
what she hoped.
Lebel.
A routine check was conducted on
How
Vera
goes
by
it?
a junior doctor who didn't see
Just watching
anything wrong
YouTube,
with
waiting
her.
for one human
And
to
without
download on
any
my
further
girl's laptop. We're
investigation
gonna
into
play
why
that
she
in a
was
little bit.
complaining of the sore throat,
But it's
Vera
downloading.
was sent on her way.
It's at 80%. So
I couldn't agree more, Bean.
Just
But it
chilling,
seems the doctor
live
didn't
streaming,
grasp
you know what
the
I'm saying?
severity
Cooling.
of Vera's pain, or maybe just straight up didn't believe her after the throat examination showed zero visible signs of anything that could be causing her symptoms. But this would prove to be a huge oversight, because
I don't
back
know.
home, her pain not only continued, but worsened.
Like, go to
Vera
hospital.
seemingly waited as long as she could for the
Oh,
issue to
one's
resolve
human.
itself, but
Sorry,
after 2
I don't have
weeks,
headphones on, so it
she
might.
couldn't bear the pain
Here,
any longer.
one's human. Sorry, yeah, one's human. I'm gonna be playing that. I haven't played it yet. I wanted to try it out. Yeah, I don't have my headphones on. I have the audio playing out loud. So sorry if it's hard to hear. But
they're talking?
yeah, it's in chat right there. Yeah, she hasn't been over here while I live stream, so just live streaming with her, you know, chilling.
Longer. So a couple weeks later, on October 23rd,
Plus I haven't live streamed in a few days.
she returned to the hospital
Need to
and was
get those
seen
live
by
stream
a
hours
different
in.
doctor. During her examination, she explained that she was having neck pain, but it said that
I
she
need to
left
upload
out
more
some very
more
crucial
videos.
information. She
Well, I need to react to
allegedly
some
never
Cassinat
revealed
videos.
having spent the prior 2 weeks in immense pain. So, still with not much else to go on other
18,000
than neck
views.
pain and a previous
Huh?
visit to the emergency room, the doctor came to the conclusion that Vera must have some sort of infection, prescribed her antibiotics, and sent her home the next
18,000
day.
views is a lot, though.
But it wasn't just an infection
Like,
that
first
was
time
plaguing
I
Vera.
literally-
It was
I
something
got
much
18,000
more
views.
serious.
Most videos of me
And the
reacting
day
to a
after
Cassinat
returning
video.
home from the hospital a second time, things took a dramatic turn. Vera began coughing up blood. This, along with the
A
severe
little girl
pain that
trained
hadn't let
her
up in
parrot to attack anyone she screams at. That's hilarious.
weeks, landed Vera right back in the hospital for a third time. However, the gravity of the situation was heightened.
So she's,
due
like,
to the blood
dying
in her
from
cough.
eating bread.
So this time, she arrived by ambulance.
No, this girl.
This also caused the attending doctor to do what
Oh, did she
neither
do
of
the
past
bone
two
and then
doctors
eat
had
the
thought
toast?
necessary
And
before.
they got stuck in her
Send
throat?
Vera for a CT scan in an
I think
effort
this
to
is
pinpoint
separate.
exactly what was
A different
going
story.
on from the
It might be the same story.
inside. And reveal what was going on, it did. Vera had suffered a ruptured esophagus while eating her piece of toast all those weeks ago. And
She
that small
ruptured-
tear in
ruptured her
throat
esophagus?
had caused a massive amount of blood to flow into her intestines.
Chew your bread. That's what saliva's
One
for.
would hope that this revelation would put an end to Vera's journey of
How do you even
excruciating
swallow
pain
toast
and the
without
growing list of
chewing
doctors
it?
Who didn't believe in the severity
Like
of
the
the
fuck?
situation.
Like my
Now
throat
she
would
could finally get
fucking
the help
hurt.
she needed, right?
Just
Well,
one bite.
Turns out the
swallow.
treatment for a
Like,
ruptured esophagus
the
isn't
fuck?
exactly simple. In a study that took place from 1995 to 2008 at a UK hospital, 34 esophageal perforation cases were reviewed. And when it came to the treatment, doctors tried a number of different approaches, including surgery.
like
tailoring
your
the
mouth
treatment to fit
salivates.
each
That's what I'm saying.
specific
Like how do,
patient.
like you chew toast
Despite
and your
these
mouth
efforts,
salivates
there was still a
and
nearly
breaks down the
24%
bread,
in
right?
hospital mortality
So you
rate
can swallow
among
it.
those
It's
affected.
like what do you
But
like?
that's
How do you
nothing.
scrape your throat or your esophagus with bread to where you bleed unless you're not chewing it? That's what I'm saying. Like it don't make
the
no
mortality
sense.
rate before the use of antibiotics, which was known to be as high as 90%. And esophageal perforations don't only happen after eating something sharp.
Oh.
There are a few ways a tear can occur.
Oh,
A severe blow to the chest or neck, intense vomiting, or an obstruction caused
Yeah,
by
that's true.
swallowing something large
I had a bad cough
can
that made
also
my
lead to
throat
a
bleed.
rupture.
but
Take
it
this
wasn't bad.
example of a 23-year-old
The doctor was
woman
like,
from
"You'll
the
be fine,"
Netherlands
and
who
then
had
gave
a
me cough
serious
medicine.
fall from about
He gave me
8
that lean though. It was the first time I ever had lean. It was great. I make that shit in Sprite. I didn't even use the shit because we have the pearls, and we also have cough syrup. Oh, we can give you both. And I'm like, both? So I took the pills to get rid of the cough, and then I fucking just drank the lean by itself. It was the first time I ever did it. Like, it's funny because I'm sensitive to opiates, but I only put very little, and it was great.
meters up, about the height of a third-floor balcony.
Because that's
She was
what lean
rushed to the
is, cough
hospital,
syrup.
but
Yeah.
initially did not appear to
I was
have
like,
life-threatening injuries.
promethazine. I was
She
like,
had
what the
significant
fuck?
and unusual
I was
swelling
like, I
to
could
the
have sold
ear
that shit for
trapped
so
inside her
much, but
chest
I was
and
like,
neck.
nah, I'm gonna drink it.
Puzzled by the source of the air, doctors conducted
yeah,
X-rays and a
$100.
CT scan, which revealed some broken
But I was like, I always
bones
wanted to do
and a
it.
possible
Someone gave me
tear
a
in her
line of
esophagus.
lean
Opting for a
one time
conservative
too when I was
approach,
selling. I just
doctors
gave it to
treated
somebody
her
else.
with antibiotics
I had
while
so
she
much
had
money
to
that I
feed
didn't
through a
care,
nutrition
yeah.
tube to
I'm
allow
not
the
gonna
tear
try
to
to sell
heal
this.
naturally. After
I give
weeks
it
of
to- I
careful
think give it to
treatment
Q,
and
actually.
monitoring, her condition improved.
He was like,
and she resumed normal
instantly,
eating
I was like, okay.
and was discharged 3 weeks post-accident. She was lucky to have immediate treatment and a thorough examination.
What'd you
since her
say? You
injury
can
was
you
really
can
not
sneeze hard
obvious.
enough to break a
But
rib? Yeah,
unfortunately
I
for
mean,
Vera,
yeah, I can
even
believe
after
that.
the doctors
Maybe
found the
even
cause of
copper
her
sternum.
pain, there was one thing standing in the way of her
Yeah.
treatment: a previous diagnosis of a severe case of heart disease.
Oh, she had
The
heart disease.
pre-existing condition prompted the doctors to make her decision to forego a surgery that could have, in other circumstances,
So she
been
died.
life-saving for her.
Oh.
As a result, Vera's
So-
pain and bleeding continued, and with no other options available,
Yeah, so-
sadly, passed away a few days later.
Oh,
with
she
the
passed away
cause
before
of
the
death
surgery?
ruled as massive internal bleeding. An inquest to Vera's death
Oh.
led to a serious incident review
She's
where
barking
Dr.
at dogs in
Marion
her dream.
Hughes, a senior emergency medicine consultant, reviewed the attending doctor's
My bird is
actions
trying to
who had
steal
seen
my
her the
garlic
weeks leading
nuts.
up to her
That's
death.
fucked.
When the second doctor Vera had seen was asked why they only prescribed her antibiotics and didn't perform any scans, they said there wasn't anything to indicate any damage. This was because the tear was so far down Vera's throat that it wouldn't have been visible without special equipment. I don't think I would have
they
done
can't? I
anything
didn't know
different,
that.
and I think
I
the
didn't know birds can't
conclusions
have
they
garlic.
came to were reasonable, Dr. Hughes said. Despite the rarity of the case and reasonable
I guess
actions the
not.
doctors claim to have taken, Vera isn't alone.
No,
The fact
birds
remains
can't have
that it
garlic.
took 3
That's what it
trips to
said.
the
Not
hospital,
bread, yeah,
including
garlic.
one dismissal
Sorry.
and one misdiagnosis, for Vera to get a much-needed scan of her
This
throat.
is crazy.
But it turns out that medical
move this
misdiagnoses
closer.
as a whole are not all that
Yeah, so
uncommon.
we can hear both of
In
us.
fact, each year, an estimated 371,000 people in the United States die due to wrong diagnostics. About 75%
Well, you're right
of these
here.
errors
I mean,
happen in
I'm sure they
cases
could better
involving
hear you,
heart
but
problems,
if you had a
infections,
headset,
or
it'd be better.
cancer. Conditions like stroke, sepsis, pneumonia, blood clots, and lung cancer
I
are
know
also
there's a
frequently
way.
misdiagnosed. And despite the high
Only
numbers of
capture the
significant
desktop
impact
audio.
misdiagnoses have, public health
they
research
have, like,
on
multiple
diagnostic
headphones
errors
hooked up.
is seriously underfunded. The investigation
figure it out. Is it
concluded
done?
that the
Almost
attending
done?
doctors
Yes,
had
can't wait.
acted appropriately and could not have foreseen the rare medical complication that occurred. Hughes, who had been a doctor for
Hughes.
40 years at the time of the incident, said she had never encountered anything like it throughout her career, adding,
have one,
quote, "Throughout the country, I believe there are 3 cases per 1 million of population."
It's only 11 o'clock.
So, as emphasized in Vera's case,
I did have
when your
like 2
body is
10-minute
telling you
naps.
something is wrong, advocate for yourself and ask for extra testing if needed. Ignoring or downplaying the pain or other signs doesn't give your doctor the whole picture,
Wanna get the
since
ice cream
you know your
sandwich?
body best. If you're captivated by the mysteries of the human
I want an
body,
ice cream sandwich.
or just simply keen to learn about
Ice
unique
cream
and
sandwich.
unexpected cases like this one, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, he makes
you have
good
no
videos.
idea how much
Don't
just
forget
one
to
sub
subscribe. Don't
helps
forget to
us.
subscribe to my channel. I have YouTube too, you know.